Hi guys, it's Angie Bells, my fairy treasures. Okay, I am back. Just a second, let me turn on some extra lighting in here. There we go. Get it nice and bright so I'm blind. Okay, we're going to do some more work in my art journal here, or my altered book. And we're going to do some collage and paint. And collage and acrylic paint. And what this is, let me explain it. I have collaged down a bunch of collage bits, and I'm trying to create like a little, I like to create these little fairy worlds, and a lot of times I put my Angie's Angels in the fairy world after we're done creating the background, creating this little world. And you do it with acrylic paint and a bunch of little techniques, and you bring all these collage bits together, because I know it looks crazy right now. So what I collaged together is I had this came from a Dollar Tree calendar, this sky. We'll paint the rest of the sky out wherever we need to make it look nice and pretty and even. This is a ring. We're going to turn that into like a little outer space right here in the center. This is going to be like a little world here and in here, and we'll put little people in there and little sky and stars and all of that. This clock here is in the sky. We might throw some beams of light coming out from there. We'll put some snow or water dripping from this little castle. This is a big watch, a long watch here. We're going to make this like a little mountain and have some water or snow, more like snow probably, coming off of this. We're going to turn these roses into a water feature, but on top they're a mountain. Down here we'll make this all water down here at the bottom. So we got a lot to do. It'll be, of course, 3 or 4 videos like usual. And let's get started. And the only thing and let me say this. What I use to glue these down. You can use matte medium if you want. The only reason I don't use matte medium, it's too damn expensive. So I make my own matte medium with just some Elmer's glue. Like I buy the glue by the gallons. I put it in a tub about this size. And I take about 7 squirts of clear acrylic matte coating inside of here and mix it up, add a little water, and that's what I kind of make my own matte Mod Podge or my own matte medium. But to just give this even a more matte surface, I do, after I glue all these together on there with my homemade matte medium or homemade Mod Podge, I take this clear acrylic matte coating. It's just a clear acrylic matte spray. You can buy any brand, but I bought this at Hobby Lobby. It was $5.99. Used a coupon, got it for about, I don't know, $3.50. But you spray this on afterwards, and this acts like a perfect matte medium, and it makes it really matte. So now your surface is paintable, so you can paint on it with acrylic paint. It's also wipeable. So if you don't like something and it doesn't look right, you can just take your baby wipe and wipe it right off. So it makes it paintable and it makes it wipeable. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is, I see the little white areas here. I want to, and even right here, I want it to take this color, the sky, over into here a little bit. I want to take this pink over into here and around areas. Okay, so let's get started. Let me stop talking. Things like this are always better once you start doing and stop talking. Here we go. And what's nice about, and these are all just cheapy acrylic paints, okay? Craftsman, Apple Barrel, Americana, just all cheapy acrylic paints. That's all I'm using. So right now I'm using this purple here. I use a lot of different things. I use baby wipes. I use, for techniques, I use my fingers. And right now I'm going to be using my fingers for the sky. Okay, so I'm taking some purple paint here, and I'm just going over this whole little white area. Plus I want to go into this sky here that's right here by the castle. And right now I'm probably going to end up going over some things I don't want to go over, and we'll wipe it off with the baby wipe in a minute. And I'm going to run some of that purple into the sky also. and into this pink over here. Oh, that scared the heck out of me. I heard a cough in my house. It was my husband. Just a second. Kyle, why didn't you say you're home? I didn't hear you. I heard it was a cough. Oh my God, it scared the heck out of me. All right, I'm making a video. Just a second. Just a second, guys. I'm going to put you on hold, okay? And I'll be right back. All right, you guys. I'm back. While you guys were gone, or while I had you paused, I did take my baby wipe and just wipe a little bit of like this little areas right here where the castle's at and off of my bird a little bit. I don't mind a little purple on my bird, but there was too much purple on my bird. Okay. I would like to see this be a little bit more solid in through here. And then bring it in, because you're not going to be able to match up the purple just perfectly with this purple, right? So bring it across a little bit so that, and blend it into what's already there. And then that's how everything can blend together. So you don't have to worry about getting just perfect, like the perfect color. Because you're going to blend it across like that. And I'm throwing a little bit more deeper purple in through all of this. And this is all with my fingers. So you can do this. Can you finger paint? Yes, you can. Now I want to add in here to make it look a little more natural. I want to add a little bit of a lighter purple, like 2 other shades of purple, or at least this one. Might add some white. We'll see. Ooh. Some of my paints are so old. I have no idea how I ended up with so much acrylic paint. It's just like ridiculous. So I'm using that one little lighter shade of purple, and I'm just throwing that in here and there. And I'm getting a little bit too much, so I'm just going back and forth between the darker and the lighter and rubbing it in until I like it. There we go. I need to wipe my finger off because I'm trying to get just the darker purple right there. And I keep getting lighter. There we go. Don't be afraid to wipe your fingers off because you might just keep getting too much of the darker or the lighter. So in between, maybe wipe your finger off. Cool. Okay, so I'm just going back and forth till I get what I want. Perfect. Now I'm starting to get what I want. Okay, so see, I'm taking my baby wipe and I'm going on top of this castle here that I don't want to be completely covered with paint and wiping it off. And I'm able to do that because I put that that acrylic paint on it. That looks awesome. I like that. Okay. And then right here on the sides, we need something right here. It's white right there. We'll still a little bit of purple there. This starts off a little bit slow, but it really gets going, so don't fret. But I think it's important if you want to do this type of mixed media that you do watch this part, because it's the you know, it's like it's the base for everything. When we start doing some really fun stuff. Okay, now you see how you can blend this into this, and it looks pretty darn good. And we're going to do other things to it also. But see how everything goes together now? Now you don't see all that white space. Okay, so let's go to the other side where the pink is at. Let me get another. Oh, and you know what? I need to put my wax paper in between, which I forgot. All right, so now let's go over here to the pink side, and we will do this. I'm going to put you guys on hold one more time, and I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. My husband came home, and I just made him a little bit of lunch real quick. Okay, for you guys, it was about 1 second. You're like, girl, you weren't even gone. It's funny when we pause our videos, how we think that we like actually left. But not to you guys. Seems like 2 seconds. Okay. We need to get rid of some of this white space here with this pink. So I'm going to choose this pink here, this Pink Blast by Craft Smart. Shake that up a little bit. And then I'm going to take like a baby pink. Yep, it says baby pink on it. And we'll mix these two together. And we'll throw a little purple on this side too, because see there's a little purple there. Maybe. We'll see. We'll see how this is going to work. All right, let me take my finger here. Make sure you guys are seeing everything. Okay. Let's put this pink down. And I'm not even worrying about getting it on the clock or the ring if I don't want it there. As you know, we can just wipe it off, so that's what we'll do. So don't care if it gets on the clock too much. And I'm blending that pink right into the rest of this whole thing. Okay. That looks good. Let me throw a little bit of pink right into here. Okay. And then let's take a little bit of a light pink. Either we're going to use the lighter pink color, or we're going to use white. I'm not sure yet. Nope, this lighter pink is working pretty good, just to kind of break things up a little bit. Okay. There we go. All right. I'm going to take my baby wipe again, and I'm just going to start wiping off this clock and completely wiping it off the ring. Okay. And you're not looking for perfection right here, because we're going to throw like clouds and all kinds of stuff on here. You're just looking to get a nice little blend going, and we did. So we're going to let that dry. Now you guys can see that we have like sky, purple sky and pink sky on both sides, a little purple in the middle. It kind of blends things together. Okay, let's go down now to the bottom, to the water. This water down here. It's made up of purple and white it's made up of all the colors, the purple, the white, the pink. So it's like these colors here are bouncing off into the water down here. Let me also grab a little white here. All right. We're going to still use fingers here. Need some more purple, dark purple. But we'll be using this one brush that I love. It's a stiff brush. It makes really good waves. It makes really good clouds. All right, so we're going to put this purple on all of this. All this white right here. And we'll blend it into some of this over here. And we'll take this purple. Make sure you guys are seeing this. Okay, kind of moved over a little bit. Hopefully you guys just saw what I did on that other side. But what I did here is what I did on the other side. And make sure you always take it once you put it and you're covering up white space, that you always take it over and just blend it off into the colored part. All right. You can even take a baby wipe and kind of smear this. If you take a baby wipe, it smears. It really and blends things out. So you take a baby wipe over here and just kind of start blending it so it blends off into the rest of this really well. There we go. And this looks kind of splotchy with the purple, which is perfect. See how it looks kind of splotchy there and it looks splotchy here? Perfect, because now I can come in with some other colors. Like we're gonna go with a little bit lighter purple here and there. Come back in with a little bit darker purple, going over the light color I just put in, just to blend that in a little bit more. Okay. Let's throw some of this purple in, this lighter purple, and over here. Also, I'm going to throw in some of this purple into here too. So we get a better blend of the purple here. Okay, there we go. That's looking good. And then we're going to throw some pink in. Throw in some lighter pink here and there. It's kind of a lot. But it worked out. There we go. I'm using my pinky right now because using my index finger was like, it was like too heavy. All right, loving that. That looks awesome. Okay, so see how our water is not looking like water? And we can throw a little bit darker pink. So I just used this lighter pink, now I'm gonna throw this darker pink. We've used this dark purple and that light purple. So we're just gonna go back in with a little deeper pink color. And where I'm putting this darker pink color is kind of over some of the lighter pink that we used from before, because that's a good base to go off of. And you're thinking, how do I know what I'm doing here? Like, how do I have all these ideas? I'm just kind of replicating what was already there and kind of making up what I want also. And the most important thing is that you just smear across. Choose 3 or 4 colors. And all I like to do is choose the same colors that are in the sky is what my water looks like. That's how I come up with my watercolors too. And based on what I had collaged down here to begin with for the water, right? Okay. Okay. So that looks really good. Let's move that up so you can see that. Okay, so now I'm going to take this stiff brush that I have. See how magical everything's looking? It's already starting to come alive. It's not looking like a bunch of collage pictures anymore. I have like this stiff brush, which I just love this brush. And a stiff brush makes great clouds. It makes great waves in the water. So I'm going to take this and we're going to start just laying in some waves. See how it lays in like really unevenly? I love it. This thing is just the bomb. And I remember when I bought the brush, I was like, what am I going to do with this stupid brush? I bought it at Tuesday Morning, and I got a good deal on them. It was some name brand of brush, and I thought, oh, I hate this brush. One day, I'm like, that might be good for clouds. It's good for clouds. It's good for this water, like I'm putting in these waves. It's good for splatters to make stars or fairy dust. If you can get yourself a nice stiff brush, get one. And if you can pay nothing for it like I did, even better. Now the reason I'm going over with this is a baby wipe. I'm just going over the white a little bit so that I can get it to blend out a little. So it just blends like into the water more, which I like better. Okay. Baby wipes are another like really important thing with these techniques. I'm doing it with this. I love how this is looking. Now we're going to splash waves. I'll show you how I do it with this brush. We are going to splash some waves like this. The same brush, just up like that. Okay, so just a little bit of paint on your brush and just get some waves going. Okay, but I don't want to keep doing it because I have other things I'm going to create, so that'll be one of the last things. We'll come back here and we will do the waves. Okay, but not right now. But I just wanted to give you a little sampling of how you can just do waves with that same stiff brush. I'm telling you, that stiff brush is everything. Anyway, you guys are like, okay, enough about the stiff brush. I know. Okay. What are we gonna do next? All right, let's do some splatters, which is gonna make a bunch of like little stars. So we're gonna do splatters to make stars, then we're gonna do little small stars, and then we're gonna do shooting stars. So and we're gonna use the stiff brush again that I've been talking about. That you're like, okay, I'm tired of hearing about that stiff brush. So I just put some white paint here. We need to water that white paint down. Here's my spray bottle. So we're wetting that down. And let's start making some splatters. Let me move my tea. Anything that you don't want splattered, move it the heck out of the way or it will be splattered. Okay, everything else is good to go. Okay. So I'm gonna put splatters everywhere on this whole sky. And you know, I'm gonna go ahead and splatter everything because I like stars everywhere. I even like some splatters and stars in the water. I think, you guys know I don't call these stars. I really call this fairy dust. But whether they're up in the sky, they're stars. But everywhere else, it's fairy dust. I just think fairy dust makes your whole picture look so magical instantly. Like, look, if this almost looks done, in my opinion. Once I put that fairy dust on there, it's like, oh, we're done. We're not done. But it just adds so much magical and mysticalness to the picture. See, don't you think? I think so. Okay, in about 5 or 6 minutes, this video will turn off and start a new one. So just, if I'm talking and I just stop talking, just go to the next part. For those of you guys who've been watching me for a while, you're like, we now. Okay. I'm just getting a little bit of acrylic paint here, so just a second. So I'm using a script brush. You can get these beautiful brushes, they're mermaid brushes, in the arts and crafts section, not the professional section, but the arts and crafts section at Hobby Lobby. And it's on like one of those little side deals, like right, I think it's on the acrylic paint aisle, like where you get your acrylic paints. It's hanging there on the side pegboard thing. And these are, you can get like a set of 8 for like $10 or $11, but use a coupon. Or you can buy a set of 3 or 4 for $5, use a coupon. So, but you know, that's where I got these liner brushes. And aren't they beautiful? I love these brushes. Like, I have tons of them. And this isn't even all I have. I have them in this glass jar. Doesn't that look fabulous? And I have a ton more. I went crazy. I'm buying these brushes. They work good, and more importantly, they're beautiful. When I saw those mermaid brushes, I was all, yes, please. All right, so we got the smaller stars going, right? So now, hopefully this is dry. Yeah. Let's now you just go to some of these and just do like 3 flick outs. And we're gonna make some larger stars. Everywhere. Okay, my brush has way too much paint on it. Just a second. Let me just see. They have a couple of different liner brushes. Is this my thinnest one? Let me look. Yeah, that's pretty thin. Okay. You guys have too much paint on there. Yeah, I had too much paint. So you just put a dot down or use a dot that's already there and just do a couple of flick outs and you get these really natural, these are what I call my medium stars. The small ones are the splatters that we just did. Okay, we'll do some more over here. Okay, I thought there was a difference. Okay, when you get your these brushes, there are different thicknesses of liner brushes. And see, this one is thinner. I think you can buy a whole pack of liner brushes, and I want this thinner one, so that's what I'm trading for right now. Okay. I felt like I didn't have the thinnest one out, and I want the thinner one. I was making kind of really fat stars. You know what, let me see if I need to come down a little bit. Hopefully you guys have been seeing me do these stars. Yeah, I think you guys have been. Probably better coming down a little bit so you can really look, because I'm working really small right now. I'm working small. Love that tree right there. Doesn't that look cool in the sky? And that was just in the collage bit that I used out of a, I think it was a Dollar Tree calendar when I had just this sky put in that I collaged in, and then we painted the sides to match it. That tree was in the sky in that calendar page. You guys, let's talk about, while I'm doing this, where to get, oh, wait a minute. You know what? After this, I want to do some clouds. I'll do clouds right over this, no major. You can get, as far as like your backgrounds, like your skies and water, Dollar Tree calendars, you guys. So as soon as their Dollar Tree calendars come out, look at them and find the sunsets and where they have like the different water, like the different oceans, pictures of oceans. And a lot of times they'll have sky above and the ocean below, and it'll be, the whole calendar will be like that. Okay, this looks good. Now let's do some shooting stars. I want to do some clouds. You know what? Let's stop with this brush for 1 second. And let's throw a few clouds in here. Do I want clouds? Yeah, I do. Whether I want them or not, I'm going to do them because I want to show you how I make them. You can make them quite a few different ways. You can take your scruffy brush again. And just come in here and just lay in a cloud like that. Okay. Kind of the same way you lay in, how you lay in like water and stuff. We need a little bit of a here. Perfect. And we'll do some right over this tree a little bit. So the tree looks like it's behind the clouds. Also, you can take your scruffy brush and you can just go like this and put a cloud in like that. And then you could take your brush and kind of go down like this, and it looks like it's raining, okay, in that area. We'll do one over here like that. And then just bring it down like that, and it looks like it's raining from that cloud. Cool, huh? You can also do some clouds where you can make some fluffy ones. Like that. And then